Thank you very much for joining us, Jide.
It's my pleasure.
So, Jide, tell me what's going on here. What do you see here when it comes to Rivers State? First of all, it seems like its personality and it's no longer about legislation. But in your view, what do you see here happening from the matters that are arising currently? It seems there is one bit that keeps coming up, and that's the agreement or peace agreement. But what do you think?
Thank you very much. By virtue of the Constitution, the House of Assembly has the prerogative to impeach the governor if there are substantive allegations. And of course, you've rolled out the procedures. So the burden is on the House of Assembly to prove gross misconduct by the governor through those procedures. And if that is not substantiated, then it cannot fly. And that is the procedural aspect of it. And the political aspect of it is what you heard the Joint Council rolling out. Obviously, those who are major stakeholders know the fountain of all this. This crisis were reigning in PDP. Now that they have defected to APC, they are still rolling in crisis because apparently Wike is fighting to hold the political jugular of Rivers State. And he has even vowed that if Fubara goes on second term, his own political career will be buried and that he will do everything. So many have seen the House of Assembly members still playing the script of Wike, you see, and it's quite unfortunate. But then the governor is entitled to fair hearing in all this. I mean, what we have seen is the fact that eyes have it, but it has to be in writing, served on the governor within 7 days. It has to follow a specific procedure. Follow the procedures.
Jide, let's take a look at Section 188 now. It says impeachment must start with a proper served notice of allegation, must be signed by at least 1/3 of all members of the House, and clearly stated that the act of gross misconduct, and clearly state the act of gross misconduct. So based on the impeachment now by the House, do you think that they have gone afoul of any of these processes currently? Or what do you think might be the one thing that might make them go afoul?
It's not for us to conclude here. For instance, one of the critical concerns is the issue of extra budgetary appropriation expenditure by the governor. But recall that Rivers State just came out of a state of emergency rule led by Ibas, who was the sole administrator. And during that tenure, the National Assembly passed the budget for Rivers State, which has not even expired. So the governor still has the leverage and the space to spend. And if these allegations are there, like I said earlier, you must substantiate it. But from the body language and the expressions we are seeing, it has to do more like coming up with these allegations just to ensure that the political ambition of a particular stalwart is fulfilled. But then the APC in Rivers State already issued a statement that no, we are not going to allow anyone come or any group come into APC to rock the boat. And I will move in that direction. And of course, Rivers State is the second richest state in Nigeria. But are the people benefiting from that status? For how long do we have this political crisis rocking the boat in the state? And in the morning, I was commenting on this on a sister media organization, and I referred us to 1962 when a similar scenario sprang up between Chief Obafemi Awolowo and Chief Ladoke Akintola. You know, when Akintola felt the government supremacy should be upheld, and I think Awolowo was perceived as upholding the party supremacy. And you know what happened? It led to a serious crisis operation where, and at the end of the day, dovetailed into the 1966 coup that gave birth to the civil war that ended in 1970 or thereabouts. So we need to look at all this and put the national interest first.
National interest first. Great history class, Jide. But allegations are one thing. The Constitution also states that an impeachment is not an ambush. And the governor has fair hearing eventually. But when exactly is he, or when must be the best time for him to actually be heard?
Along the line, the chief judge, we have to constitute a panel of 7 who should not be civil public officials or belong to any political party, but then to
from
look
within
at
the
those,
state?
from the state. Look
And
at
how
those
easy
allegations.
will that be when we have a vast majority who are not with the governor?
It's the chief judge that will nominate.
Okay.
I mean, let's state it clearly. Some governors have been impeached in Nigeria in the past. You talk of Peter Obi himself, Dariye, Nyako, Ayodele Fayose. Some of them got reinstated. Even the president of Ibadan, Ladoja, when he was governor, was impeached. Though some of them got reinstated. But that is not to say that you don't follow the due process. And why some of them were reinstated is that the due process was not followed then. And so our counsel to Rivers State is that please, national interest comes first, because we've been hearing about the Rainbow Coalition, which is saying that all parties in Rivers State will come together to fill elective office. Then where is the place of the electorate? So where's the place of democracy? So, or are we now running a politocracy? Politics of government of the politician, by the politician, for the politicians. So we need to be careful.
So Jide, real quick, and I'm out of time, but just if you can in 30 seconds, they require 2/3 of the House to actually vote on if he will be impeached. With what we have on ground right now, do you think that 2/3 quota will be met?
I mean, 26 out of 26, that is 100%, more than the 2/3. But then we don't know how they will maneuver as the procedures proceed. Because you know politicians, different engagements and consultations will be going on. But by and large, please look at the need for peace in Rivers State. Look at the need for benefiting the citizens at the expense of political battles. We don't need that right now at all. At all.
Well, Jide, I hear you there. We absolutely don't need it. But the way it seems, Rivers State seems to be taking plenty of the cake when it comes to January right now, and all eyes on Rivers State. We'll continue to follow. And of course, when we do need to have your expert advice, we'll always have you on tonight. Thank you very much.
I'll be glad to be here.